Total Drama is a cartoon that has gained a lot of popularity over the years due to its intricate characters and captivating plot. The show's immense fame among its fans resulted in the demand for 6 seasons, and it appears that the world's appetite for Total Drama has not been satisfied yet. Despite its present-day success, the origin of Total Drama was vastly different, raising doubts about the creator's intentions. The show was initially titled Camp TV, and the original idea was conceived in 2003 with only 10 contestants competing, unaware of being filmed. It is intriguing to note that the contestants' lack of knowledge about being filmed may have resulted in more unrestricted self-expression and a greater infringement on their privacy. Adding such an element of drama would have undoubtedly injected a considerable amount of intrigue into the show. Considering that it is a cartoon primarily targeted for kids, the makers of the show opted to simplify the concept and avoid any potential disturbances that could have a negative effect on children. However, it would have been interesting to consider the potential of this cartoon. Imagine seeing such diverse characters as a party girl, a computer geek, a juvenile delinquent, a jock, a spoiled princess, and a nature enthusiast, especially since they were unaware they would be appearing on television. The first name of the host was different, Brock Rockwell. Although the initial characteristics of the presenter are unknown to us, it seems that the name Chris is a better fit for his final version, given his charismatic and somewhat narcissistic final version. Now let's take a look at the contestant's original design and the changes that appeared after. First of all, we will start with Cody. He experienced the most significant transformation in terms of aspect. His initial appearance depicted him as an older, stronger man who was actually intended to represent Duncan. Although we have no depiction of his personality, from his initial appearance we can conclude that he had a very different character, possibly a firmer one. However, Cody's original design was not lost, but was reused to represent one of the Total Drama employees. Another contestant who suffered a radical change was Tyler. Like Cody, he is unrecognizable for today's fans. The initial design had no resemblance to the final version. It conveyed the impression of a wealthy and somewhat arrogant teenager, which would have been a better fit for Lindsay's previous character as a spoiled princess. Also, Tyler's initial design wasn't lost, being reused for the animation of a member of the show's staff. Speaking of Lindsay, let's now turn our attention to the original antagonist of the show. To our surprise, the villain was initially intended to be Lindsay. Despite her appearance remaining unchanged from the first concept, her personality has undergone a significant transformation. The present-day Lindsay lacks the capacity to devise and execute sinister schemes aimed at eliminating others. Furthermore, she is incapable of intentionally harming others, except through her own lack of intelligence. However, in the initial concept, she closely resembled Heather with her superior attitude and disregard for others. Speaking of Heather, she was absent in the original show, but Ava incorporated many of her features. Then we have Gwen, who underwent a transformation in appearance, transitioning from a mostly red color scheme to a predominantly green one, and featuring a darker complexion. It appears that she also had a different romantic inclination in the original show. Gwen displays a romantic attraction towards Trent in Total Drama Island, and later towards Duncan in the 3rd season. However, in the original show's trailer, we see an image of her with Geoff. Gwen from Camp TV didn't seem to have such a strong gothic vibe, which might explain her attraction to Geoff's love for partying. It seems that Geoff had a more significant role in Camp TV, given that he appears in almost every scene of the promotional material and artwork. Geoff is one of the few characters who is nearly unchanged in terms of voice, design, and personality from the original show. Trent joined the camp later than the other competitors, but he played an important role in the show. The only noticeable difference in his appearance between Camp TV and Total Drama Island is that his shirt reads Smiths instead of featuring a handprint symbol. However, his character was drastically different in Camp TV compared to the current show. Trent and Gwen were enemies instead of a couple, as evidenced by pictures of them attempting to harm each other. Additionally, Trent was not well liked among the other campers because he was considered too normal.
And one guy who's pretty normal.
What's up?
In contrast, in Total Drama Island, he was popular among all the campers. Nonetheless, some artwork from Camp TV shows Geoff with his arm around Trent, both of them smiling happily, which suggests that he may have eventually been accepted by the others. Moving through to DJ, his prototype gives off a more imposing aura, as he speaks in a deep, monotone voice, maintaining his amiable and affectionate nature.
A big-hearted linebacker. Oh, come here, you.
His previous design is repurposed for the character B in Total Drama Revenge of the Island. Beth appears to be influenced by Velma from Scooby-Doo. Her blouse's flower and color scheme share a resemblance to those on the mystery car, while her glasses and hairstyle also show a striking similarity to Velma. However, there are still 3 characters that appear in the official Camp TV trailer that have remained almost the same: Duncan, Harold, and Lashana. Before we get into these, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video from us. Duncan remains unchanged from his appearance in the Camp TV trailer, while Lashana suffers some small changes. Still, her design in the Camp TV trailer has been retained almost the same way, the only significant change being the removal of a bracelet. Lashana's original design, which was not featured in the trailer, has been utilized for her cousin, Lashaniqua. As for Harold, it seems that his initial and current designs are almost identical. One interesting difference is the slogan on his shirt, referencing the Lord of the Rings show. There are some characters that didn't make it to the final cut. However, their designs are still accessible to the public. Some of the most interesting ones are Owen, Justin, and Geoff. Although Owen reached the finals in Total Drama Island, he was given a secondary role in the original series. His appearance remains largely unchanged, except for a few modifications. His shirt's maple leaf was replaced with the phrase "keg me." This reference to alcohol may have been deemed inappropriate for a children's show, leading to the change. Additionally, his hair was a bit longer and swept upward on each side. While Justin has the same body shape as his original model, his face is quite different in Camp TV. He has darted eyes, petite eyebrows, a smaller nose, and a more defined chin, which sets him apart from his previous appearance. Initially, Chef Hatchet was depicted as a grumpy old man who appeared to despise his job. However, the creators opted to transform him into the more recognizable character we know today. Chef takes pleasure in the contestants' moments of stress during the challenges, but he also shows his softer side to certain competitors. In the end, Camp TV remains an interesting concept left unfulfilled. Yet, the events that were meant to unfold there remain shrouded in mystery, leaving all of us with the desire for more answers. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it enjoyable, please consider giving it a thumbs up or share your thoughts about it in the comments below.